here now to fill us in on the latest attempt to get Trump in Colorado. Founder, president of the Article 3 Project, our pal, Mike Davis, back on the show. Mike, you've been in and out of the courtroom. You're out right now, I see. Thanks for jumping out and chatting with us. This case, I mean, is this like some Soros-funded organization that's getting their money from a Soros-type guy or Soros himself, that then these liberals just all join like this judge, and this is one big, massive conspiracy once again to get Trump? Fill us in.
Yes, actually, that's right.
Oh.
After impeaching Trump twice for nonsense and indicting him 4 times for non-crimes and bringing a civil fraud lawsuit against Trump to bankrupt his family business, they see that Democrat election interference, that Democrat lawfare is backfiring, and it's actually making Trump more popular, and it's going to put him back in the White House. So they are going to do 2 more Hail Marys. One is to gag President Trump and maybe jail him for unconstitutionally. It's an illegal prior restraints, illegal under the Constitution, but they don't care. And now they're just trying to kick Trump off the ballot. Here in Colorado, they're trying to get him kicked off the ballot here for insurrection under a Civil War amendment. Notice how Jack Smith has not charged President Trump with insurrection, but these Democrats, they can have some Denver judge just unilaterally say that Trump committed insurrection, and so therefore he goes off the ballot. They're doing that in a deep blue state in Colorado, and they're going to use that precedent in other states like maybe Michigan. And so that's their play here, because they know that President Trump is going to beat President Biden like a drum on November 5th, 2024.
I agree with you, Mike. That is, if they don't keep stacking the deck and rigging the system. Bottom line, this will probably go the way the Dems want it to, because this judge is corrupt as hell. Colorado's electoral votes are only, 4 or 5? It usually goes blue. Trump doesn't need it to win, but you just pointed out the main fact here. Once this goes down, then other blue states, which, let's not call them blue, purple states, which could go to Trump, like Michigan did in 2016, they could use it as a precedent and do the same thing and try and boot him off, right? That's the ultimate goal here, is getting booted off in swing states. Colorado doesn't matter.
Yes, and this is totally lawless. There is a case directly on point that if you want to boot a federal candidate off the ballot for insurrection or rebellion, you have to charge them under a federal criminal statute that Congress passed after the Civil War. You have to have a federal jury find him guilty unanimously, beyond a reasonable doubt evidence. You have to have the judge convict him, and that conviction has to be upheld on appeal. And if you win that conviction, then it's upheld on appeal on this federal criminal statute that deals with insurrection or rebellion, then you can disqualify. They're not doing that here because they don't have the evidence.
Right, they know they're not going to get it.
Yeah,
like
January 6th was not an insurrection.
Yeah, what's the charge that Jack Smith's going after him for the January 6th case? Because there is no sedition or insurrection charge.
Well, there's not an insurrection or rebellion charge, and that's the one you need to bring in order to disqualify President Trump on the ballot.
Of course. All this so orchestrated. Real quick before I lose you, Mike, let's talk about the New York case, because the entire family, it seems like now, all the ones involved in his business, the adult kids here, are going to have to testify this week. As I alluded to, I think Junior's first, then Eric, then Ivanka on Friday, and then 45 himself on Monday. This is all that bogus civil case, I want to point out, folks, because they knew there was nothing criminal here, so they couldn't get him in a criminal court, so they bring up this BS civil trial, and this is all because of that Letitia James Attorney General, who literally ran her entire campaign on, not I'll reduce crime in New York, no, I'll get, there she is, I'll get Trump. What a piece of human garbage that woman is. What's going to happen this week in that one, are you hearing?
Well, it sounds like this judge is going to rule that Trump somehow committed fraud. Somehow it's fraud for a businessman to pay back sophisticated Wall Street banks in full, on time, as agreed with interest. Somehow that's fraud. This goofball judge is almost certainly going to find that Trump committed fraud and impose a massive fine, maybe $250 million, and shut down the Trump organization's businesses in New York. I don't know how this is constitutional. I don't know how there's not a jury trial when they're seeking $250 million from Trump. But you know what? To the Democrats, to today's Democrats, they don't care about the law. They're Marxist, right? That all they care about is taking out Trump.
Yep, they sure do. And you got that corrupt judge we just showed. It looks like the damn crypt keeper from the Twilight Zone. I mean, that guy mugging for the cameras, right? Every day the trial starts and the cameras come in and set up. He's like standing there posing and smiling and like, Who does that as a judge? You're making a mockery of our judicial system. I'm just going to start calling it the injustice system, because they have shown their true colors by going after President Trump and his family this way, that they don't give a damn about our judicial system and our Constitution. Mike Davis, as always, we appreciate you coming on. Mike's the founder and president of Article 3 Project. Check them out. You want to learn more about what they do. It's article3project.org. Mike, thanks for covering these cases. See you soon. Unfortunately.
Thank you.
Take care.